you, Chris. We're almost there. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for your grace this morning. It's just wonderful to see all your faces, and thank you for your patience. My name is Becky Siemens. My late husband, Dick, and I found a home in this church about 15 years ago when searching for a good community of people to connect with and deepen our own lives. The theme for this month is belonging, which cracks me up because Dick and I thought of ourselves as total quintessential non-joiners when we were looking for a place to find a spiritual home. And we were both dissatisfied with the institutional faith we had grown up in, but by dipping our toe in through small group discussions here and the music program, with time we realized we had found here what we were looking for. A community of folks who come together with many backgrounds and beliefs, but share a vision of learning to live with a foundation of love, with lots of curiosity, learning from and caring for others, making room for conversations about all kinds of aspects of life, and having fun together as we strive to live into our shared values. Participating in the Mother's Day Walk for Peace has been one of the fulfilling actions our community is involved in that we both really enjoy. Dick has passed away now, but at the time, we enjoyed it. As many of you know, it's the main fundraising event supporting the work of the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute, an organization arising out of unspeakable tragedy that has become a powerful force for good in Greater Boston and beyond. It is an organization with great vision about the importance of healing and hope in our world today and going forward. You'll hear more about it later in the service. We are privileged to welcome to our service today Milton Jones, who directs the Peace Institute's reentry services to welcome folks coming back into the community from a period of incarceration. He's going to talk about the challenges of belonging, honestly. He's a remarkable man, himself the survivor of the deaths of 2 brothers and a stepson, who's devoting his skills and passion to helping cast out members of our society find ways to belong and to be welcomed by others. In addition, he is a member of the New England Exoneree Network as a result of suffering a period of incarceration himself due to being wrongfully convicted of murder. After many years of fighting the system, in 2022, he was fully exonerated. We're grateful for his participation in our service today. You can learn more about all that's happening at First Parish by going to our website, uuneedham.org, and signing up for our weekly email newsletter, or by following us on social media. Our order of service is online too, at the QR code in your pews, and at the website uuneedham.updates.church. Please speak with our ushers, greeters, and Zoom hosts if you have any questions. At First Parish, we covenant to live out our shared values of inherent worth and dignity of every person, respecting the earth and co-creating beloved community. Whoever you are, and whoever you love, whatever your background or identity, whatever your age or stage, whether you walked or rolled in, or whether you're participating from afar, you are welcome here.
We light our chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, with words from Eric A. Heller-Wagner. Blessed is the fire that burns deep in the soul. It is the flame of the human spirit touched into being by the mystery of life. It is the fire of reason, the fire of compassion, the fire of community, the fire of justice, the fire of faith. It is the fire of love burning deep in the human heart, the divine glow in every life. Our first hymn this morning is I've Got Peace Like a River. Please rise as you're able and join in singing our hymn verses 1 through 3. It's number 100 in the gray hymnal, and the words are in your order of service and on the screen.
In the Unitarian Universalist tradition, the covenant is a set of promises that a congregation strives to honor with each other and out in the world. Whether we participate in our community online or in the building, we strive to live out these promises every day. Please join me in our parish covenant. It's in your orders of service and on the screen. We gather as a loving community to encourage and comfort one another. We gather as a diverse community to support each other in our search for spiritual truth. We gather as a service community to live our beliefs through action and care for our world. Now we welcome Milton to introduce us to our Time for All Ages. Is this working? Yes.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, so we have a bit of a activity here. So see, you all thought you were just going to sit down and do nothing, right? But that's not so. So this is called Sink and Float. And what you want to do is, if you have any burdens, any struggles that you may be dealing with on today, you want to sink those burdens so that they will be essentially gone. I don't know that they'll be gone today, but the idea is that you will sink them and have that mindset that eventually they will resolve or they will go away. And then those issues or things or matters that you want to lift up, those desires that you may have, you want to float those desires. You want them to remain with you. And so you would put a flower in to allow it to float as opposed to sinking. And as I said, you would take a stone, and obviously a stone will not float, it will sink. And so those would be your burdens with the stone and your desires or cares with the flower. So I would ask you to come up as you will and do just that. Sink and float these items. I don't know how you want them to.
Sure. They know how to do it.
You can do it popcorn style, I guess. And just rise up and come on down. As they say with the game show, come on down.
Yeah, come on down.
You're the next contestant to sink and float. Absolutely. Got to do it. Somebody has to do it as you. Yeah.
Thank you for participating in that joyful activity. Thank you, Milton.
So at this time, we invite all our children and young people to follow Priscilla to All Kids Together, Religious Exploration, as we sing them on their way with Longtime Son. Is Priscilla here? Okay.
Today's service gives us a chance to think about values. Our values, the values of the Peace Institute. We invite you in several ways to soak up and try on, think more deeply about values. So, won't you join us in a spirit of meditation or prayer? The callings that follow highlight the recent re-expression of Unitarian Universalist values, which are often shown as a colorful flower with 6 petals and love is in the center. Marianne and I will alternate.
Make us instruments of your peace.
Where there is indifference, may we bring justice.
Where there is selfishness, may we bring equity.
Where there is stagnation, may we bring transformation.
Where there is homogeneity, may we bring pluralism.
Where there is isolation, may we bring interdependence.
Where there is greed, may we bring generosity.
And where there is hatred, may we bring love.
Make us instruments of your peace with love at the center of everything we do. For our meditative response, we will sing Filled with Loving Kindness, a traditional Buddhist meditation. You can find this on number 1031 in the Teal hymnal, and the words are also in the order of service and on the screen.
We welcome Katie Barnett to help us with our offering.
Thank you, Becky. I'm not Becky, Katie Barnett. Those of you who know me for the 20 years I've been a member of First Parish, I've been on the budget drive committee and the capital campaign, and now I'm the treasurer, so I never miss an opportunity to stand up here and ask y'all for money. Today, I'm jumping in because the Peace Institute is an organization that's very close to my heart. I have known Milton and Clementina Sherry, the founder of the Peace Institute, for about 10 years, and for the last 6 years, I've been working very closely with the whole team at the Peace Institute on a range of projects. Most recently, our Campaign for Peace, which is a $25 million campaign to ensure the sustainability and the growth of the Peace Institute and also to build a new National Center of Healing, Teaching, and Learning in Dorchester's Four Corners. And the new center will be both a hub for peace and healing in one of Boston's most under-resourced and violent neighborhoods. It'll also be a center for communities all across the state and all across the country to learn about what the Peace Institute has been leading over the last 30 years in bringing healing, bringing peace, bringing justice, and bringing equity to our world. So this is a transformative project for the community, for each of us who is involved, and for everyone who will be able to be touched by the Peace Institute in the future. I know the story of the Peace Institute is in our order of service, and many of you are familiar with it. And those of you who have participated in the Mother's Day Walk for Peace are also familiar with what it feels like to put your feet on the ground and be among the community that the Peace Institute brings together. The organization was founded in 1994 by Clementina Sherry after the murder of her 15-year-old son, Louis D. Brown. Louis was a bright, hopeful young leader committed to building peace in his neighborhood. He wanted to be the first Black president of the United States, and he was worried that by the time he got to the White House, his friends might not be able to be there with him due to the violence in his neighborhood and in his community. He was committed to bringing peace to his neighborhood and to the world. Today, his legacy lives on through the work of the Peace Institute, providing immediate and ongoing support for survivors, helping incarcerated individuals re-enter society, and achieving policy and community-wide shifts that interrupt cycles of violence and cultivate cycles of peace. The organization is guided by 7 principles: love, unity, faith, hope, courage, justice, and forgiveness, and you'll hear more about those as we go on with the service this morning. It's really been transformative for me to be involved with the Peace Institute. Every meeting we have, even if we're talking about the budget, we start by checking in with one of the principles of peace, or more, or all. There are several people at the Peace Institute who are always checking in with all 7. One of our colleagues calls it the full armor. So I invite you, as we go forward in the service and talk about the principles of peace, to really try on what it's like to choose 1, 2, 3, or all 7 of these principles to center in your heart and your mind as you go through the service, as you go through your day, as you go through your life. So I invite you today to give generously to the offering, which will go in its entirety to the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. Your gifts will be a true investment in peace. They will support frontline services that directly impact families in crisis. Your gifts will strengthen community-led models of resilience and peace. Your gifts will drive scalable national solutions to interrupt cycles of violence, and they will honor the legacy of Louis D. Brown and amplify the leadership of survivors. I'm grateful to Milton for being here with us today, and for all of you for giving generously to the Peace Institute. I also want to express gratitude to Susan Condon for the flowers today in memory of her beloved husband, Greg, and I thank you all for your generosity and being here this morning.
responsive reading is the Pledge for Peace from the Peace Institute. It's in your orders of service and on the screen. To explore their language together, I'll read the plain type and you and Mary Ann will read the italicized part. We're all invited to imagine what it would mean in our lives to, if we agreed with this language, to live into it. Love. I pledge to practice love towards myself and others.
I will choose love when healing wounds and building bridges across differences.
Unity. I pledge to foster unity through shared healing, teaching, and learning.
Faith. Faith. I pledge to uphold faith by celebrating our shared humanity and our connection across values and beliefs.
Hope. I pledge to embrace hope in times of uncertainty and as we strive for a more peaceful world.
Courage. I pledge to be courageous when facing challenges by harnessing the courage of those before me and empowering the generations to follow.
Justice. I pledge to persist for a more just world through principle, policy, and practice.
Forgiveness. I pledge to give and receive forgiveness throughout my journey toward peace and healing.
Here ends our reading. Thank you. We welcome Milton to our pulpit.
Okay, good morning again. I have to let you know that I'm actually extremely excited to be here with you. I'm a people person. It doesn't matter who the people are. It doesn't matter what flavor you might be. It doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. What you do, or what you don't do. I'm just a people person. I'm just a lover of people, if you will. So thank you for receiving me. Thank you for being here. I won't be before you long, and I promise not to bore you, okay? I want to first thank the leaders of this church for having me here. They do a wonderful job, as you know, because you are they and they are you. And so it's an honor to be here, truly. We are our neighbor's keeper. There's a scripture reading in Genesis 4:9 that says, "Then the Lord said to Cain, 'Where is your brother?' He said, 'I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?' When God asked Cain, 'Where is your brother?' Cain responded with a question that still echoes today. Am I my brother's keeper? The world often answers that question with silence or indifference. Yet the gospel answers clearly, yes, we are. To be our neighbor's keeper is not simply to feel compassion. It is to act with responsibility, mercy, and love toward those whom society overlooks, fears, or forgets. One of the clearest examples in our time is the calling to walk alongside men and women returning home from incarceration. our brothers and sisters beginning the difficult journey of reentry into our communities. Who is our neighbor? Jesus answered this question in the parable of the Good Samaritan. The injured man was ignored by the respected and helped by the unexpected. The lesson is an unmistakable neighborliness crosses boundaries of class, reputation, and comfort. Those returning from prison are often seen first through the lens of their past rather than their potential. Many return home carrying shame, fear, and practical burdens, finding housing, employment, and acceptance. If we ask honestly, who stops to help on that road? Who chooses compassion over judgment? The church must be the Samaritan in our generation. Mentorship is a ministry, in case you didn't know. Mentoring incarcerated persons before and after their release is sacred work. It is not charity from above. It is discipleship beside one another. When we mentor, we offer guidance where confusion exists. We provide accountability where temptation waits. We speak hope where despair has taken root. We remind returning citizens that they are not defined by their worst moment, but by God's grace. Mentorship says, you are not walking this road alone. The early church modeled this kind of restorative community. Paul the Apostle wrote of reconciliation and new creation, truths that are especially powerful for those seeking a second chance. Breaking chains beyond prison walls. Release from incarceration does not automatically mean freedom. Many face invisible chains, stigma, isolation, and lack of opportunity. Without support, reentry becomes a lonely battle. But when our mentors become keepers of our struggling neighbors, we open doors instead of closing them. We create pathways to employment and stability. We listen without condemnation. We help rebuild identity through faith and community. Mentoring is not only about helping someone else, it transforms us too. It teaches patience, humility, and the radical love we must ascribe to. Only then will we be able to choose restoration rather than choose rejection. When we welcome returning citizens, we participate in the ongoing work of redemption, bringing life where others expected failure. Practical call to action. Being our neighbor's keeper looks practical and tangible. Volunteer as mentors or support partners. Partner with reentry programs and local ministries. Offer skills training, job networking, or transportation help. Pray consistently for those transitioning home. Speak words that restore dignity rather than shame. Every small act says you matter, you belong, you have a future. I conclude, Cain asked, "Am I my brother's keeper?" The cross answers with a resounding yes. To be our neighbor's keeper means standing at the intersection of justice and mercy. It means seeking goodness in those society overlooks, including those returning from prison seeking a new beginning. Let us be a people that does not pass by on the other side of the road. Let us be mentors, advocates, and companions on the journey home. Because when we keep our neighbor, we reflect the heart of love, unity, hope, faith, courage, justice, and forgiveness. Those words sound familiar to you? I bet they do. I am extremely grateful for having the opportunity to work for the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. I have been there now for just about 18 years. Quite a long time. When I first started at the Peace Institute, there were 3 of us. We were a staff of 3 and many volunteers. We are now a staff of over 30 people in 30 years. It's remarkable. It says 2 things, however. One, the need for such an organization and for such work still is in need, still exists, unfortunately. On the other hand, it's fortunate that we are there to answer the call for that need. Homicides still happen. Violence of all sorts still happen in this life of ours. It seems to be getting not better, but worse, and worldwide. So much is going on. I won't get political on you. I'll leave that alone and leave that to the TV. You can watch it and you'll see it. But I just want to say thank you so much for your support of the Peace Institute, whether that support comes in the form of joining in and walking in the Mother's Day Walk for Peace, or your financial gifts. It all is so helpful and really and truly helps us to do the work that we do, and I thank you so much. I'm going to leave you now, if that's all right. And hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Milton, for sharing with us that aspect of the work of the Peace Institute. As you can tell, their vision is very broad about all the impacts of violence in our neighborhoods, from supporting the families who are immediately impacted all the way to supporting the families of people who have been incarcerated. Their vision is so broad and deep. It's really a remarkable organization.
Our final hymn is number 121 in the gray hymnals, "We'll Build a Land." The words are in the order of service and on the screen, and please rise as you are able. to sing We'll Build a Land. Please join me in saying the words of our chalice extinguishing, which come from the Reverend Elizabeth Selle Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, nor the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So this is the time where normally we have announcements. The main announcement that I want to share this morning is that the Soul Boom event that was scheduled for 1 o'clock today is being postponed. So it's not going to happen today. We will come up with a date and then email or put it in the bell notes what the new date is. So people who did sign up will get their own personal email, but also if others are interested, you can respond to the notice in the bell notes. And then the usual weekly events are happening. On Wednesday, the yoga and writing escapes, and Thursday, Vespers, and Friday, creative escapes.
And now for the benediction. We close with these words by UU Minister Rebecca Savage. We have come to the end of our service, but not our calling in the world. We close our time together with the humble reminder that justice and equity are our spiritual practice to embrace. Each day, every day, we are blessed to be the embodiment of what is possible. When justice and equity ground us in all that we do, may we go forth with the light and warmth of our chalice in our hearts until we are together again. Amen.